Hey everyone, good afternoon. I'm Luke Dorney. I'm Head of Business Development in Europe for Blockdaemon. Good to speak to you this afternoon. What I'm going to do is give you a bit of an overview of the blockchain infrastructure world and what it is to run a blockchain business, blockchain infrastructure business, and how we can help facilitate your blockchain needs. Probably what we want to get across today is if you're building a blockchain project, if you're already in blockchain and you have infrastructure, there are certain ways you can utilize blockchain infrastructure companies to really help scale your business. And really over the next 10 minutes, just give you a bit of an overview of how we're scaling up as a business and how we're supporting clients through that journey. One of the key things maybe to start with is, what is our mission, what we're trying to achieve as a blockchain infrastructure company, and really what we're trying to do is connect institutions to blockchains through one integration. So what that means is, really make it as easy and safe as possible for clients to access blockchains and really kind of weigh up that decision of, do they build that themselves, or do they trust an outsourced provider to actually execute their projects on blockchain. And really we're here to help support that outsource piece. And kind of where are we going with this? I mean, we believe that blockchain use cases are revolutionary for the world in general. We see many use cases coming through our desk across many multiple different client types. And really what we want to do is give our clients the economic opportunity to execute on their business models and really give them the infrastructure to help them to do that. So just to give you a bit of a scale as to what a blockchain infrastructure company looks like us, and we're one of the leading infrastructure firms in this space. We've got about 270 employees, and really what I would say is if you wind that back a year ago, we had around 60 employees. So you can see the scale that we've gone through over the last year or so, and that's purely down to client demand and really kind of the projects that we're seeing launched in this space. And what that culminates in is that we've deployed over 35,000 nodes across 70 different points of presence around the world. And we're supporting over 50 blockchain protocols and over 200 customers. And that has grown significantly over the last year. So who cares, right? Who cares about blockchain infrastructure, and what are the type of companies that, one, have invested in our business, and two, are utilizing our infrastructure? And I think from here you'll be able to see that this is really a mixture of crypto-native firms and traditional institutions coming into this space. So it should all be really comforting for the people in this room. If you see our cap table on the left-hand side, and the funds that we've raised over the last couple of years is a real mixture of those financial institutions and crypto-native firms. Maybe just to call out, some of the banks, SoftBank, Goldman Sachs, JP Morgan, Citi, are all on our cap table, and essentially have invested in a blockchain infrastructure company. And you can see there that they're, really thinking about infrastructure. And most of the firms on our cap table are looking, either utilizing us for infrastructure or thinking about how they will utilize our infrastructure to execute on their projects. So what does the evolving product look like across an infrastructure firm? So we started off our business as a node infrastructure provider, giving access to clients to be able to read and write transactions on chain rather than building that infrastructure themselves and deploying and maintaining their own nodes. That was really how we started the company. We then shifted in 21 and 22 into staking infrastructure and really supporting that exponential growth of the staking industry across proof-of-stake networks. And we now support actually above 30 proof-of-stake protocols for providing infrastructure for our clients to get access to yield. And we're taking it a step further in terms of supporting our client base around yield generation, and we'll get into a little bit later as to what that actually means. So why outsource? A lot of the existing clients that we talk to, whether they be exchanges, trading firms, lenders, custodians, predominantly probably set up their own node infrastructure if they've been in this business for quite a while. What we're seeing now is a way up of a decision around looking at your existing infrastructure and seeing how you can scale up and really look at all of the growth that's happening in this market and see where you can actually deploy your dollars to make sure that you're either facilitating your client activity or are you really spending too much time on maintaining your node infrastructure for your projects? And would it be easier for you to actually outsource that to a company like us that's solely what we do, right? We concentrate on node infrastructure. We're deep rooted in a lot of the protocols, and we understand how to maintain these services. So, if you were a firm that's looking at blockchain infrastructure, or you are already in this space and are running your own infrastructure, what would be the easiest way that you could actually connect with us and utilize our infrastructure either as an alternative to your own infrastructure or actually deploying full infrastructure through us? So we have a product called Ubiquity that allows our clients to access multiple blockchains through one entry point and through one platform. Allows you to query data on chain, allows you to broadcast transactions for different use cases. And a lot of our clients are starting to utilize this and see this as a real good entry point into outsourcing and easy for you to actually deploy across multiple blockchains. And what we're seeing is multiple use cases across this. And just as an example around one of the use cases that we're seeing for this product, and it kind of leads on from the panel earlier, is our clients are looking for additional data sets, right? And NFT data is one of the things that is really important to our clients. And really what they're looking for is an independent source of data across ownership, traceability, and auditability. And that's quite difficult to get, but there's a lot of on-chain and off-chain data, and you really need a trusted source to actually gather that data. And that's one of the things that we're putting together as part of this Ubiquity data set. One of the use cases, and we're going to see plenty more use cases as blockchain use cases expand over the coming year or so. One of the main elements to our business is staking, and obviously you've probably heard a lot about staking over the last day or two, but our clients who are token holders, or our clients' clients who are token holders, really want to earn yield on their assets and are verifying transactions on proof-of-stake networks, and they're compensated for locking up those assets to stake those assets on chain. And really, to do that, you either need to run your own validator or work with a provider that helps you actually get access to staking. And as part of our infrastructure, we can offer you we offer institutions the ability to run to stake directly to our public validators or run white-labeled validators themselves to actually manage that for their existing clients and stake assets to over 30 different protocols. Really difficult to maintain yourself. Each protocol has different requirements around validator sets, and for you to be able to earn rewards through those validators, extremely difficult for you to keep that up running. And we guarantee across all the risk mitigations on that. So if protocols are imposing certain slashing rules, which essentially cut into your rewards, we provide a lot of guarantees around that, and we cover that 100%. So our infrastructure helps you kind of mitigate those risks. And we integrate with various different custodians. One of the challenges around staking is, moving your keeping your assets at your custodian and being able to stake those assets on chain and making sure that you earn your rewards. But your assets stay with your custodian, and we're a non-custodial staking provider, which facilitates that process. And through that period, one of the key elements is to actually see how many rewards you've earned while staking. So if you're using a provider, they should be able to be telling you how your rewards have been earned over that period. we're taking that a step further in terms of staking. So we are setting up an ecosystem with a company called Stakewise, which allows you to stake your ETH assets and utilize those and compound returns in different liquidity pools. We're just setting that up at the moment. We're working with exchanges, custodians, liquidity providers, and we've just launched that. So if you're interested in how that works, please hit me up after this. Lastly, as an infrastructure provider, we're always looking at ways to facilitate our clients across the entire chain of services. So we've spoken about infrastructure, node infrastructure. We've spoken about staking and yield. We've also just acquired a company which allows our clients to get their clients from fiat to crypto. So we're providing the technology stack underneath to be able to move your clients' assets in your app from fiat to crypto. And we believe, as an infrastructure provider, that's part of the challenge that our clients see. So just to wrap up, if you're thinking about node infrastructure and you've got blockchain projects, if you're thinking about earning yield and you don't know how to kind of get there from an infrastructure perspective, and if you really want to look at how you get your clients from fiat to crypto and how technology could support that, let us know. We'd love to build together. Cheers.